All right, check 1, 2, 3.
Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hey, hey, hey.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, you never go past 4.
Why?
It's just a rule.
Why is it a rule?
Not keep following rules.
Why is it a rule? Who wrote the rules?
It's a music rule.
Could they not count past 3?
Yeah, pretty much. Musicians can't pass 4, so.
All right. Hey, it's Kristina from NWKS Radio, FlyOver Country 97.9 and KXXX 790. And I'm actually on the cruise ship for the Texas Country Music Cruise. We gave it away to our winners. If you've been following us on Facebook, you have seen a lot of great music, a lot of great pictures. I'm super lucky that they sent me on this work vacation, but I have been working. And today I'm lucky enough, Darrin Morris decided that he would sit down and visit with me.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. So, yeah, it's good to meet you guys. That was awesome to meet you guys the first day.
I know.
So.
Well, I have to tell you, you were wearing a radio station shirt.
Yeah.
And I come in here and I had researched and I'm like, okay, I'm listening to music. I'm going to be ready to talk to these people. Did I look at pictures? No. That would be a no. So I came in here and I'm like, oh, he must be a radio guy. I'm going to go over and say hi because you knew everybody.
Yeah. So, oh, you on a radio station? Oh, cool. No. I wish I did. No.
So I'm going to go up and talk to him and I'm like, oh man, I feel like an idiot. He just introduced himself as Darrin Morris.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. So, yeah.
So you've been on this cruise a couple times.
Yeah. So me and Tanner Sparks have been on every single Texas Country Music Cruise. It's been a blast every single time. We love it. So I'm going to come back in the fall too. So if anybody's listening and you're looking for a good time, the fall will be as fun as well. So
yeah. So it's a 7-day cruise, and how did you first start getting on the cruise? I mean,
It's really it's kind of a crazy story. So me and speaking of Tanner again, Tanner and I entered into like a singer-songwriter competition that Cynthia, who is the lady that puts these cruises on, she invited like 10 artists to come down to College Station, and we all competed for a chance to come on the very first cruise and play on it. And neither me or Tanner, neither one of us won. So we weren't going. It was a guy named Jordan Nix, who's a good friend of ours. But we got to go. Matter of fact, he and I met that day. That's the first time we ever met.
So that was the first time you met Tanner?
Yeah,
okay.
First time me and Tanner had met, and we were like, dang man, we want to go on that cruise. Like that's gonna be so fun. And so we got together and then just kind of started talking to Cynthia and just kind of basically just nagged her to death probably. and so she was like, all right, if you guys will do this and this and this, then I'll, you guys can come on the cruise as well. And so we whatever the rules that she gave us, we knocked it out of the park, both of us, and we've been on ever since. And so we're the only ones. We're the only two left. Bart Crow had been on every one except for this spring one, and he couldn't make it for this one. So
yeah, I'm bummed about
yeah,
that.
Yeah, he's usually here with us. Always, he's been here every other cruise. But yeah, we weren't even supposed to be on the cruise, and so we ended up. And now, they're gonna, I don't know. I guess they could kick us off, but it's going to be tough when we kick us off. So we're not going without a fight. So,
You guys are going to cry?
Yeah, so we'll cry and stuff, and maybe they'll have mercy on us. But I don't know.
Well, the one thing I really enjoy about you and Tanner both is that I see you at every event supporting all the other artists, and having a good time. And I think that's important to support each other.
Yeah, I think that's just, we're all in this together. And as a musician, the struggle. You have good days and bad days, and it's a roller coaster ride. The music world can be crazy sometimes. Sometimes you think, why did I ever do this? And then other days you're like, man, I'm so glad I did, kind of deal. So, yeah.
Sure. So how long have you been doing this?
So I've been doing country music about a little over 13 years. I grew up a pastor's son. My mom and dad were pastors for years and years and years, and so me and my brothers and sisters, we grew up playing and singing in church our whole lives. And then I just started doing country music about 14 years ago. But I was a worship leader before that. And but I always, even growing up as a little kid, like I loved country music, But Dad being a pastor is kind of hard, for me to go play in bars and honky tonks and places like that.
Right.
Like I said, we started the band in 2012, and it just kind of the snowball effect. We would go to a place, and then somebody would be there from another place, but hey, I know a guy that owns this place. Why don't you come and play here? So it just kind of progressed like that over the years, and here we are on the cruise ship. So,
on the cruise ship,
yeah.
right? So what's the biggest place you've played? I mean,
we love playing Houston Rodeo. We've played there, I guess, about 4 times, somewhere around in there. And Houston is just amazing. There's so much energy. There's probably between 2,500 to 3,000 people every time we play there, and it's just the energy and the excitement is just it's like nothing else we've played at before. So yeah, Houston Rodeo would probably be my favorite tops. So
yeah, but you've been up into Kansas. You've been up into Kansas and Colorado.
Yeah. We've played in a couple places as you guys we taled about the other day at Golden Q and. What was the theater?
Fox Theater.
Fox Theater. So,
right.
yeah, we played in both of those spots and cool spots up there. And hopefully get back up that way pretty soon. So.
Right. Hopefully come and play
yeah.
at the KXXX studios of
FlyOver
FlyOver Country 97.9.
Yeah.
Yes.
We talked about something. We may not let it out of the bag right now, but there's something in the works.
Right. I'm working on it, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm working on it.
You had a good idea, and I think we're going to jump on that. We're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. So
right.
You guys wait. It's coming. It's going to be cool. So.
Yeah, we can't just. I mean, they got to see you in person. They got to hear you. They got to see you, and we're excited to see. We've seen you play acoustic already on the cruise, but the last night, then you're doing full band.
Yeah, we're going to do full band, and I think we're going to do about 75-minute show, and so. We're a dance band. We love to see people on the dance floor. That's our whole thing. And when the dance floor is full, that makes us happy because that means we're doing our job.
Right.
And so I'm looking forward to actually, I guess it's tomorrow night. So.
I know. I can't believe we're almost at the end.
It flies by. It really does.
That's what we talked about. We're like, we kind of miss home. I mean, we miss our own bed.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
And miss our families. But other than that, like, we can't believe it's almost over.
Yeah, and I'm not sure we've gotten a lot of sleep on here.
No.
I'm going to be catching up when I get back home.
I know.
For sure.
Well, I have to go back to work first thing Monday morning.
Oh.
Because we're getting ready. We're actually bringing in Aaron Watson
nice.
next Saturday. So, we
Cool.
I've got lots of work I need to do.
Yeah, we've played a show or two with Aaron. Aaron's a great guy.
Yeah.
Great person.
Yeah,
so.
we like him. So describe, for people who've never heard your music, Darrin, how would you describe your music?
When I started out, again, a little over 13 years ago, I grew up listening to older country, like older traditional country. And I didn't really know the Texas country music scene all that well. But as I got to listen to the Texas country music scene, and I was also listening to, kind of the more, Nashville scene, I was like, surely there's a way to kind of bring that together. Mm-hmm. And that's what I've tried to do in my writings. And then, the songs we recorded and put out to radio is just kind of try to mesh those two worlds. Mm-hmm. And because the thing is, like, I would always hear people say, hey, I don't listen to Nashville country, I just listen to Texas country. And then some people would say, I don't listen to Texas country, I just listen to Nashville country. I was like, well,
it's so strange, right? I mean, and it really, when you think about country, there really is so many types of country music. I mean, people can't say I don't like country because you haven't listened to all of the different sounds that country can make.
Yeah, so that's what I purposely in my writings and in my recordings, I was like, there's got to be a way we can bring this together and kind of have a happy medium. Mm-hmm. Because I love the traditional sound and the style. Like, I love a steel guitar. It's my favorite instrument to hear. But also, maybe have a little more modern themed songs. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of what I try to do, and hopefully that comes across to the audience. So.
Right. And speaking of songs, you have a brand new release.
Yeah, it's a brand new song I wrote with actually 2 friends of mine in Nashville. It's called Tangled. And I was
which I love.
Yeah, thank you. And I wish we could play it today, but our guitar players, we're in Cozumel today, and he's off into Cozumel somewhere, and we don't really know where he's at. Hopefully he makes it back on the boat. I'm sure
he's going to be a runner. If he's a runner, could you watch and take videos so I can watch?
Oh, we will for sure. Absolutely, 100%. So yeah, hopefully he makes it back in time. He makes it back in time. But no, but yeah, we just released this song. Gosh, it's been, I think it's less than 2 weeks ago, and I think we debuted on one chart at 44, so that was pretty cool.
That's exciting.
And I found out, I think, like the second day here on the cruise, I think somebody messaged one of the guys and told them we were at number 44. I was like, man, that's a pretty cool start. So we're doing good so far. So,
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well,
yeah.
Congratulations and exciting. So do you write a lot of your own music?
About half and half. I've got really good friends that are way better writers than me, and so if I don't have an idea, I'll go to them and say, hey, you know what, send me what's in your catalog, and if something fits, then I'll cut it or whatever. And so I do that sometimes. But the last 2 or 3 songs I have at least co-written with friends, because I like to do that if I can. If I feel like a song's good enough that I've had a part in, I like to put that out, because that's just, be able to say, hey, I wrote this, I helped write it or whatever. But we've had some
talent.
songs. Yeah. But we've had some songs. We've had 2 #1 songs, and I didn't write either one of those. And I was just like, if it's a #1 song, it's a #1 song.
Right.
I don't care if I wrote it or who wrote it.
Right.
As long as it translates to the fans and they like it, I like it. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and I feel like it's a talent. Just like not everybody can sing like you do. Not everybody can write. Not
Right.
everybody can play an instrument. Not everybody
Sure.
can do all that. Lord knows I can't do anything well.
Well, and when I got into this, like, that was the furthest thing from my mind is writing songs. I've never written a song in my life until I started doing this. And about the first couple of years, all we ever did was we just went out and did cover tunes, for people. And then a couple of friends of mine were like, have you ever thought about, maybe writing a song? I was like, no, I'm not a writer. I don't know how to do all that. He's like, you should just try it and see what happens. And so I got into it and ended up co-writing the whole first album, which was a 9-song album, and then wrote about 5 songs off of the second album, and then we just started putting singles out after those 2, and I've written 2 or 3 of the singles. So yeah, but I don't care as long as it's a good song, whether I write it or someone else writes it. I'm down.
Right.
I'm good with it. So,
right.
Yeah.
So is music is that your main job? That's what.
Yeah, that's all I do. I started out. I was a licensed electrician for a long, long time, and then. Like I said earlier, I was a worship leader as well at church. So I was kind of doing both of those for a while. And then I got laid off as an electrician. I was still working for the church part-time. And then I just started going out and playing at local pizza places and steakhouses and things like that. We would just go out, me and a couple of guys, and do some cover songs, really, like I said. And
right.
And just,
so even at your local pizza joints, you may be seeing a future star.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. And so that's how we started. It's just. I was just like, we'll go play for some tips and free pizza. That's cool.
Right.
Sounds good. Sounds like a good time. So, but yeah, we've been blessed though. The good Lord above has smiled on us, and I can't complain. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, what is your favorite thing about performing or writing, or what do you love about your job now?
People. Yeah. I love to be around, especially I love to see all the people that we've known over the years, but I love meeting new people. Like on the cruise is a perfect place to do that too. And I've met so many people this week that didn't know who I was, never heard my music. I didn't know who they were, where they were from. And now because of this, a lot of us we'll be friends for years just because of this one event, And so that's my kind. I love, I tell people all the time, and it's the same way with the rest of the guys in the band. Like, we're not like stay in our green room kind of people. Like, even when we take if we do a show that's, we're doing multiple sets, in a show, we don't go hide out in some room somewhere. We're out there with the people just shaking hands and meeting people. And that's just the way we like to do things. We like to be personal, so.
I think, in my opinion, it will take, and you're doing it right, because you become approachable. And people love you. That's just it. People want to. It might take an okay artist to, in somebody's eyes, to hey, this guy's fantastic. Yeah. He's such a great guy,
he's willing to hang
real.
Out with
right,
you. Yeah,
right.
And that's what we want to do. That's what we want to be. So. Yeah.
Right. So where do you? There's so much music in Texas, and you're seeing more and more move up north. Yeah. Moving out of Texas, you guys are traveling more. We're seeing a lot more artists in our area. Do you see it continue to grow out of Texas?
I love that because it's not, you know, they call it the Texas country music scene, but it's way beyond the Texas country music scene.
It is. It's spreading.
You
I mean,
know?
it's, you know, you don't want to say it's spreading. It sounds like a disease.
Oh,
but
no, it's a good
it
spread. It's a good kind of spreading, you know. Some things you don't want to spread,
right?
but this is, you know, this is one that you do want to spread, and it is. And I think people like, well, you mentioned Aaron. Aaron's a great example of a guy that started out obviously in Texas, but now he's everywhere, you know. And him and Cody Johnson and Parker McCollum and all those guys kind of just really branched out, and it's starting to go into Kansas and Nebraska and, you know, where, you know, all over, really. We've played in Arizona. We've played in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I mean, we've played all over the place, and people are really starting to, you know, catch a hold of the Texas country music scene. And it's, like I said, it's more than that now. It's not a Texas country music scene. It's just a country music scene, you know.
It is.
So
it is.
But yeah, it's great. I love traveling, and we love to go out and visit other states and stuff. So anytime we get the chance to do that, we jump on it. So
right.
So.
Well, we hope to have you in Northwest Kansas.
Yes, we would love to.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah.
And check out Darrin Morris's music. You're going to love it. So much fun. We're excited to see you. Don't worry, you'll catch some video on Facebook of him playing on Saturday night.
Yes.
Of course, this is going to be aired after he plays, but don't worry, you're gonna see it.
But if you want to find go to our website. That's kind of a one-stop shop. It's got everything on there. It's a darrinmorris.band, which is a little that nobody else really has a deal .band. Right. So I was like, that's pretty cool. So we'll go with that. But it's DARRIN, darrinmorris.band. And you can find all the social media stuff. You can find all the links to the original music and, of course, videos and pictures and all that kind of cool stuff. So,
right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and if you we know he's going to be on the next Texas Country Music
We are,
Cruise.
yeah,
so
in October.
So do that. We got to plug that too because we love them.
Sign up because it'll sell out. I know for a fact that October usually always sells out, and it'll be packed.
Right.
So.
Maybe I can talk the big boys into letting me come again. That's over my
go.
birthday. How fun would that be?
Yes.
Right?
How about that?
Right.
Yeah.
If not, I might be joining you and playing the tambourine.
That's fine. Hey, we can do that too. Let me know if they don't let you on. We'll hook you up with the tambourine and we'll be good to go.
Right. Yeah. Right. And joining us today from Northwest Kansas, Kristina.
On tambourine.
On tambourine.
Love it. I love it.
Well, thank you so much for visiting with me.
You.
I appreciate you. And listeners, check it out. Darrin Morris, like you said, check out Darrin Morris. That's IN.band is his website. And thanks for listening to NWKS Radio 97.9 Flyover Country and KXXX 790.
Saw you the moment you walked in. Looked my way and gave me that grin. Got the words and had to start again. My tongue was tangled. You sit at the bar in that empty chair. I was trying my best not to stare. You were dressed to kill, girl, I swear. My eyes were tangled. Oh, tangled up with every move you make. Tearing me apart, looking like a heart sounds when it breaks. I don't know who you think you're fooling, 'cause me and you both know what you're doing. Couldn't shut you loose if I wanted to. Baby, I'm tangled. You're the kind that don't let go. It's like a Texas tornado. I'm all in now, it's too late to roll. My mind is tangled. Oh, tangled up with every move you make. Tearing me apart, looking like a heart sounds when it breaks. I don't know who you think you're fooling. Me and you both know what you're doing. Couldn't shake me loose if I wanted to. Baby, I'm tangled. Got me all tangled. Tangled up with every move you make. Tearing me apart, looking like a heart sounds when when it breaks. I don't know who you think you're fooling. Me and you both know what you're doing. Couldn't shake loose if we wanted to. Baby, I'm tangled. Made me smile that you hung around till the last song played and the lights went down. Met me out back and look at us now. We're all tangled.